Nothing amazes me anymore.
I knew that would be a problem.
Everything all right?
It's very brave of you to just walk in here.
I hardly know what to believe.
What are you doing here?
I'm studying the language of the builders. The language is the key to understanding the ancient people. Each one of us must learn it, or this expedition will be over before it even begins. The builders use stone tablets to pass on their knowledge. Unfortunately, many of them are broken or were stolen long ago.
We can only wait and see.
What's on these stone tablets, then?
They contain the collected knowledge of the ancient people. Some of them increase knowledge of combat and magic by magical means. For someone who can read the tablets, they are a real treasure.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Can you teach me to read the language?
Well, why not? I'll gladly pass on my knowledge to you.
Teach me that language.
We'll start with something easy. To begin with, I can teach you the language of the peasants. As a rule, texts written in the language of the peasants deal with worldly matters such as work, love, or obtaining food. It was the common language of the city. You will be able to understand most of the text found here if you know it.
I knew that would be a problem.
It's a bad business.
He really didn't deserve
Hey!
I'm no better off myself.
How's it going?
What are you doing here? This is certainly a surprise. I thought you had been killed.
Almost.
There was quite a fuss about you, you know that? I hardly recognized Satyrus. He was so beside himself about that business back then.
I don't believe this.
What sort of portal is that?
We suspect that it leads to the Lost Valley, where the ancient culture must have had their city. But the stone behind the portal is made of massive rock, yards thick. Also, there are no signs of teleportation magic. Very mysterious.
I agree with you completely.
Do you know how to activate it?
One of the missing ornaments seems to be a sort of magical key. We'll need it to get any further. It has to fit exactly into the ring-shaped hollow next to the portal.
That's been known a long time.
I brought a part of the ornament.
Really? That's terrific.
Do you have any idea where the other parts are?
According to the ancient inscriptions, it was broken into 4 pieces, and it looks as though the parts are still to be found on the island. With Merdarian's help, I have translated some of the inscriptions. There are hints as to where the remaining pieces are. Here, I've marked some of the places on this map. Look around there. You should pay attention to old structures. They might be somewhat deteriorated and no longer clearly recognizable. It could be almost anything. A large rock, a stone circle, a mausoleum, or something similar. But what am I saying? You'll find it. Well, good luck.
It was just like you said.
Why was the ornament broken?
Whoever did it wanted to prevent the portal from ever being opened again. The longer I stare at the inscriptions, the more I realize that the priests of the ancient culture really were no fools. There was a good reason that they made the region back there inaccessible. We don't know what awaits us there, but it certainly isn't anything good.
That doesn't amaze me.
I've heard a thing or two.
Nobody will...
May I bother you for a moment?
It's you. I never thought I'd see your face again. It's very brave of you to show up here. There was a time we would have skinned you alive. You can be glad that was a few weeks ago, and we've all calmed down.
What are you doing here?
My task is to find out more about the Guardians of the Temple. That is a tough nut, let me tell you. These stone sentinels have a characteristic that is utterly foreign to me. One moment they're standing around completely lifeless, and the next they're attacking you like they're possessed. I still haven't been able to determine their driving power, but one thing is sure, it is of magical origin.
Tell me more about these stone sentinels.
I can't tell you much so far. Unfortunately, we have had to destroy them. Now, they aren't dangerous. When we came here, they attacked us. We could only defeat them with our combined power, and I'm afraid there are even more waiting for us behind the portal. There must be a way to banish their driving force, so that they remain nothing more than statues.
Can you sell me some equipment?
Why not? If I remember correctly, we've already done business. Tell me what you need.
Busy?
These vaults are one big mystery for me. It's hard to imagine that no one else found them before now. We were able to uncover the entrance without difficulty. People are so occupied with their daily routine that no one looked more closely at this structure. I have no other explanation for it.
What is your task here?
I'm trying to find out where this round portal leads. Besides that, I help Nefarious look for the missing ornament. It is certain that this portal leads to another part of the island that we do not yet know. I can't remember ever having heard or read about that.
You really want to go through the portal?
Of course. Assuming we find that missing ornament, that is. I admit, it is a somewhat risky business. But we must absolutely find out what it has to do with these constant earthquakes.
What do you know about the earthquakes?
Something on the other side is causing them. The source is probably also causing the stone sentinels to awaken. But that isn't my job. Satyrus and Khorinis can tell you more about that.
What do you think you will find over there?
I'm really not sure. I suspect that on the other side there will be a structure similar to this one, and a counterpart to this portal. Everything else we shall see when we get there.
What is the fastest way back to the city?
I recommend you go back the same way you came. But you could also... No, that would be too dangerous.
Out with it.
Well, the builders of these halls had their own method of traveling. As far as we can tell, they could teleport.
That's nothing special.
The teleporter stones that we found here in Khorinis are special indeed. It seems as though the teleporter stone here in these halls may lead to the harbor city. However, none of us had the courage to try it.
Where's this teleporter stone?
There is a door in the basin room. I have locked it up behind there.
Give me the key. I want to take a look at this thing.
Really? But I take no responsibility for it.
Give it here.
If you say so, here it is.
Where are the other teleporter stones?
So far, we've only found one other somewhere in the middle of Khorinis, near the Dead Harpy Tavern.
Can you teach me anything about magic?
Once we're over there, I'll be at your disposal.
Hey, you!
A few lockpicks would be helpful.
Come here, you filthy beast.
Another one of those things.
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
These are bad times. Now that's typical, isn't it? These are bad times. Everybody knows by now. That's what I've always said. These are bad times.
Look who's just turned up. The farmer boy. You're just in time.
Same old thing all over again.
That was obvious all along.
That will never change.
Nothing in
Can't rely on that.
It's a bad business.
I couldn't get away with that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
You don't have to tell me that.
Is the beer any good here?
It's not exactly the best, but in these bleak times, you can't be choosy.
What are you doing here?
Up until a few weeks ago, I was slaving away on the landowner's
Can't
fields.
rely on that.
One day it just got too much for me, and I took myself out of there straight away. Now I'm my own boss. Everything I own is in this chest here. And that's all I need, too. Interested in a little contest?
I couldn't care
What
less.
kind of a contest would that be?
I call it bottoms up. The rules are quite simple. We take turns ordering a tankard of the best beer the old geezer has to offer. Every tankard has to be drunk dry so that it doesn't even leave a ring if you set it on the table upside down. The last man standing wins. The loser pays the tab and a steak. Well, how about it?
Maybe some other time, when I'm not in a hurry.
That's been known a long time.
Could I bet on someone else, though?
Certainly. If you finally manage to find someone with the guts to go up against me, then I'll bet with you. Everybody pays the same amount into a pot. The winner gets everything. The size of the stake depends on your purse. Bring me someone who dares to go up against me and you've got a bet.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
I've got somebody who wants to compete against you.
Who might that be?
Randolph.
Randolph the Braggart. All right, why not? Send the wimp to me and the deal stands. You can pick him up again no more than 2 days later. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and he'll be able to stand by then. How big is your bet?
That will never change.
100.
That's what I like to hear. I'll take your bet and hold it until the contest is over, all right?
That's all just gossip.
Here's my stake.
All right.
Should have known.
Don't take too long bringing Randolph here, you hear?
That's not what I heard.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Wait a minute. How much money do you need for the contest?
10 gold coins.
I'll give you the money to compete against Rukar.
Really? Thank you so much. I'll repay you soon. If I win, I'll even fork out a little more than that. I'll be seeing you.
Wait a minute.
was a fine mess you got me into. Now I can play lookout for Rookhar again.
Why?
As long as he's holding his little contests in there, it's better if no outsider learns about it. It's not good for business, you see.
Who are you?
I'm Orlan, the keeper of this here modest tavern. What are you looking for, stranger? Maybe a decent sword or a good piece of armor? A good swig from the country stills, or just some information? I can give you all that and more if your coins ring.
Do you know that fellow with the eye patch?
I've seen him here before. Nasty piece of work. Back then, he moved into one of my upstairs rooms, along with a huge crate. He had to be constantly nagged about paying the rent for his room. And even then, he took his own sweet time about it. Then, one day, he vanished, just like that, along with the crate. I don't want anything to do with the likes of him.
How's it going with your tavern?
Times have been better, you know? People's purses aren't as open as they used to be.
What kind of armor can you offer me?
I have here a very nice piece that is sure to please you.
I'll think about it.
As you like, but don't wait too long.
How's it going with your tavern?
Times have been better, you know? People's purses aren't as open as they used to be.
I used to say that myself.
I never knew that.
No idea. You tell me.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Been there, done that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
And there's more, believe me.
Who are you anyway?
That's none of your business. If I wanted to tell you who I am, I'd have done it already. Got it?
What do you want from me? Are you still having problems with the city guards?
I'll give you problems, you punk. I'm looking for a fellow. He isn't anywhere to be found in the city, and these losers here don't have a clue either. He's thin, dark-haired, and he usually wears red armor. As far as I know, he used to be a prisoner in the colony. I think his name starts with a D.
Is his name maybe Dexter?
It could be that that's his name. I'm not sure. I'll probably only know when I see him.
Anything else?
Yeah, you big mouth. Is there something else? I need weapons, I need provisions, and gold wouldn't be bad either.
Here's 10 gold coins.
You poor sucker. You can keep your dough. I have a better idea. There's a cave not far from here. I've been around here before and I buried my stuff in a few places. The cave is too dangerous for me alone. I want you to help me with it.
Nothing to be had there.
Let's visit the cave.
Come with me. All right, friend. Here's the cave. And here's a pick for you. I buried the stuff somewhere in there. X marks the spot. What are you waiting for? Go inside and get the stuff.
What about you, then?
Someone has to guard our backs. And now, in you go. There's another of those scummy beasts. One less monster around. One less monster around.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. I think I've found something. Hey, you!
What took you so long? Found anything yet?
Yes, I dug up a small bag of gold.
Give it here.
Here you are.
Great, so they're still there. You're not all that useless after all. Okay, listen. I've buried even more, and I want you to get it for me. Let's see. There's an islet in the small lake with the 2 waterfalls. One of my caches should be there. There are 2 more spots where I buried something further up, in the high pastures. One spot is behind the farm up there, and the other one's next to the entrance to the pass by the waterfalls. There are stairs leading down from the fields of the farmer up there to those of the landowner. There's another cache in the hollow where the stairs end. I'll wait for you at the crossroads by the landowner's fields. Don't fail me, you'll regret that, Buster.
think I've found something.
That's really not my problem.
Same old thing all over again.
He never would have thought of that himself.
The things I could tell you. Yeah, get away from here! What do we have here? Don't I know you from somewhere?
Who wants to know?
I'm Buster, one of Lee's mercenaries. And you had better be a little nicer to me, or I'll have your hide. All right, what do you want here?
I know Lee.
Everyone knows Lee. That doesn't mean a thing, pal. Right now, you're talking to me. So where are you headed?
If you say so. I'm on my way to see the landowner.
Indeed. You don't look all that dangerous to me.
Want to find out?
Oh my. I picked on the wrong fella, didn't I?
You could say so.
Then come on. Show me what you've got.
I think I've found something.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Is it really true?
Been there, done that.
That was obvious all along.
What do we have?
If you say so. Want to find out? You
And
Ouch! That hurt! Defend yourself! Defend yourself! Not bad.
nothing to be had there. Well, we'll see the next time.
all right, you're the better fighter. What do you...
I want to find out more about the mercenaries in this region.
I can't tell you much about this region. You'd better ask the farmers. And as for us mercenaries, we have a very simple rule. If you can stand your ground, you're in. I think you're made of the right stuff to be one of us. But you shouldn't let it get to your head that you lucked out during our last fight. There are plenty of guys on the farm who are quite a bit better than I am. Sentenza, for one. He guards the entry to the farm. Whatever you do, don't pick a fight with him.
What about this Sentenza?
He'll try to squeeze some gold out of you when you come to the farm. He does that to all newcomers. And if I were you, I'd pay up. That's what I did back then. And the good thing was that he voted for me afterwards. One good turn deserves another, he said. I lost all my gold in the bargain, but it wasn't much to begin with. And I was glad of it in the end. I once watched him beat up a fellow who had decided not to pay him.
Thanks for the hint.
Indeed. Could it be worth anything to you?
Here you are, 5 gold.
Thanks, man.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Anyone who can whack as hard as you shouldn't have too much trouble around here. My vote doesn't count much, since I haven't been here for long. But when Lee asks me, I'll vote for you.
Lee is the leader of the mercenaries, isn't he?
Right. Hey, now I remember where I know you from. You were in the colony, too.
So I was.
I didn't see you when the Big Bang happened. Not for a while before that, either.
I had other problems.
You've missed out on quite a lot, then. Things have changed since we were in the Slammer together.
What became of the mercenaries in the colony?
Once the barrier was gone, Lee let us out of the colony. He said that nothing could happen to us if we all stuck together. And he was right. It wasn't too long before we found ourselves a cozy spot right here. The landowner pays us to beat up the militia from the city, and most of us would have volunteered to do that even without pay. But Onar feeds us all, and we can bide our time until we see a good opportunity to get away from this blasted island.
Can you teach me how to fight better?
I might well be able to give you a hint or two.
Can you...
I might...
He never would have thought of that himself.
I've got no time for things like that.
Hey! Can you
I might... Come back. Come back. Yeah, get away from here! All right.
Here.
What? But... Can't rely on that.
Nothing to be had there. Wait a minute. What are you doing here?
I'm preparing for battle.
Are you a good fighter?
I'm fair with a sword, but with a bow, I'm very good. Why do you ask?
Why?
Lately, the farmers have had more and more problems with field raiders. A few of them even managed to get themselves eaten. Fat Onar didn't exactly find that amusing. None of us got our pay for a week, and it was more or less my fault. Now Lee wants me to wipe out the creature's nest by myself. And the other boys have already made bets on whether I'll survive.
Where's the nest?
In the middle of the field here, in the big rock.
We could attack that nest together.
You want to help me? Why?
I want to join you.
Oh, so that's the way it is. You want to prove how good you are. All right. Let's attack the beast together.
Let's attack the nest.
Right now? Or do you need to equip yourself first? You could go back to the farm first.
There's no time like the present.
Good. Then let's see what you got. So, this is where they drag the dead farmers. Disgusting. The filthy things should all be wiped out now. Let's go back.
Wait a minute. What about our agreement?
Are you kidding? You didn't do anything for it.
I think your hide could do with another tanning. I don't like having my leg pulled.
Don't make me cry. Oh man, my head.
Wait a minute.
All right, you're the...
I think your hide could do with an...
What the devil?
I just love to... Nothing to be had there.
Oh man, my head.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Will it ever change?
That's no secret.
That's not what I heard.
Nobody wants to know.
Don't tell me you didn't.
Hey!
Tell me that isn't true.
How much? All right, here's the...
That's all just gossip.
I couldn't get away with that.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
No one really wants to hear that. And that's the truth.
That's been known a long time.
Tell me that isn't true.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I couldn't get away with that.
If he doesn't see that, I can.
I'm staying out.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Can't rely on that.
That's all just gossip.
Nobody wants to know.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Hey, you!
And that's the truth.
Will it ever...
Didn't...
Not that I know.
Same old thing all over again.
That doesn't surprise me.
You just have to listen. Things I could tell you.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
You just have to listen.
Will it ever change?
I've got no time for things like that.
I've gone about it differently.
Things I could tell you.
That's not what I heard.
And that's the truth.
That was obvious all along.
Same old thing all over again.
That's not what I heard.
I couldn't care less.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Nobody wants to know.
I never knew that.
Can't rely on that.
It's a bad business. He never would have thought of that himself.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
That's not what I
There
heard.
you are, finally. I've been waiting for you.
What happened?
The drinking contest is finally over.
Who won?
This time, Randolph has won. Rookar must have been having a
I've got
bad
no
day.
time for things like that.
Oh, well, I hope that was the last
Nothing
time.
you can do about it.
He wants to know.
Wait a minute.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Hangover?
No, I feel fine, really.
No, better.
It finally worked this time. Thanks again for your money. Here, take it back. Looks like Rukar won't be getting up anytime soon.
I agree with you completely.
No idea. You tell me.
You seem to have bitten off more than you can chew.
Here's your money, and not one word more.
That's all just gossip.
I've got no time for things like that.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
You don't have to tell me that.
Is it really true?
You don't have to tell me that.
That's not what I heard.
I couldn't get away with that. That's no secret.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder. I'll never get this open without the right key.
things
Am I?
I'd have gone about
It's an aquamarine.
Yes, what can I do?
You don't have to tell me that.
Have you?
Are you out of your mind? They ordered me to hide one of those teleporter stones, and
I used to say that myself.
Where is?
there's a cave to the...
He never would have thought of that.
Can I help?
I don't care. Here's the key.
He really should have known better.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
Wait a minute.
The teleporter stones seem to work nicely.
You actually did it? You really went in?
Yes, they obviously still work.
Unbelievable. I have to look at this more closely later.
Don't tell me that. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. And he works all day, too. That's what I've always said. I won't tell her a thing from now on. And it's going to get even worse. Honestly, I witnessed it myself. He can't keep anything to himself. Works works all day, too. That's what I've always said. Don't tell this to anyone. That's not what I heard. He simply talks too much.
It's really not my problem.
That's not what my husband thinks.
It's all just gossip.
That's not what my husband thinks.
It's really not my problem.
Who said that? Take care of everything.
Hey!
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Have you ever? No, but I've given it a try.
Well, I think he has hidden one of the walk out of the...
That's terrible. Go away, don't tell me that.
About
Who says things like that?
is the
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
teach me
That's
something.
terrible. been things.
Come back once you have.
That's what I've always said.
Good.
Someone's got to do the work.
Do you really think?
That doesn't surprise me.
I can't take care of everything for everybody. I can't take care of everything for everybody. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
He can't keep anything to himself.
I only fight from noon until the fighting is only worth. It's still too early.
You've got no business being here.
Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look.
I want to. Do you have 50 gold? Here you are. We have the bets are you ready? Come here. Then let's see what. Get you all. My head. Oh, man. Here's your one. Train me. You're no longer.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection. Furthermore, any contact...
That's not what my husband
thinks. Hey, you!
What have you been up to? I expect more of my... Did you at least bring...
You wanted more? I've got a few.
Ah!
And here are some of the...
These are not quite as...
Show me...
Adonos saw that order and
Tell me...
Since you... But I shall...
Who are the...
but... They... We... Therefore...
And...
Not there...
About...
Yes?
Let me tell you, the farmers, I have found out, the leader of... I knew Deck...
He certainly... I think...
About this... How much...
He... You're very persistent. You summon it by simply wearing the amulet. If it...
Oh,
they...
I took care. Really? No. You have done. Here is the.
I heard.
Show me.
Who says things like that? I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
I won't tell her a thing. And he works all day too.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
He'd better shut up.
Someone's gonna do the work.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Really? How interesting.
Who says things like that?
He simply talks too much.
That's an open secret.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I can't take
Show
care of everything for everybody.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Go away, don't tell me that.
And he works all day too.
Someone's got to do the work.
That's not what my husband thinks.
I don't believe that. Cut out this
Smart kid.
magic crap.
Ah.
Show.
And it's gonna get really
Smart kid.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
But that's terrible.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Really, how interesting.
He simply talks too much.
It's totally obvious.
You hardly know who to believe these days. The bandits that were occupying your lighthouse are gone.
Is that really true? Finally, I can get back to my work. Come with me to the lighthouse. You get an incredible view of the sea up there.
I'm no better off myself.
Tell
The
so
no ball.
Is forever. I agree with you completely. I wouldn't have done it.
Someone's gonna do it.
I can't take care of everything for everybody. Really, how interesting.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself. Who says things like this? He simply talks too much.
But Adanos feared for the day in which the beast would return to the land.
He'd better shut
I
up.
mustn't believe everything you hear.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
That's what I've always said.
I can't take care of everything for everybody. he works all day, too. I won't tell her a thing from now on.
And he works all day, too. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. These are bad times. Who says things like that?
That's not what my husband thinks.
These are bad times. That's not what I heard.
That's nothing.
Hey, you!
Do you really believe that?
Really, how interesting.
Teach me something.
Who said that?
I won't tell
You're
you.
demanding more than I can teach you.
Been known a long time.
That's not what I heard.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I never knew that. Why haven't I heard about this before?
He had better shut up.
It's a bad business.
Hey,
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
teach me
Tell
something.
her a thing from now on.
That doesn't surprise me.
Can't
Good.
keep anything to himself.
It's better to watch out who you tell more.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
That's all just gossip.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Let's wait and see what happens.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Do you really believe that?
Really, how interesting.
That'll only cause more trouble.
And he works all day, too.
That doesn't surprise me.
Really, how interesting.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
He talks too much.
Go away, don't tell me that.
These are bad times.
These are bad times.
That's not what I heard.
secret.